Designed to brighten up the darkest winter months for locals and visitors alike, Sir Harold Hillier's Winter Garden is unique. You might think that being the largest of its type in the UK, brimming as it is with more than 400 different species of trees, shrubs, ornamental grasses and bulbs, is a claim enough. But what really sets it apart is that in keeping with the garden's commitment to conserve the natural environment, for instance the area is pesticide free, is that it's been constructed from mostly recycled materials. Like for instance this motorway rubble, taken from the county's main arteries in need of repair and transformed here into pathways. The Winter Garden nestles in 2.5 acres of the world-famous Sir Harold Hillier Gardens and Arboretum at Ampfield, a picturesque village in the Test Valley, 3 miles north of the market town of Romsey. Now a thriving reality, it began as a seed of an idea 3 years ago.
What we've tried to do with the Winter Garden is to create a garden which is attractive from November until March, but one that has a whole range of plants in, not just for fruit and flower, which people normally associate with winter, but stem colour, attractive foliage, and the effect of dead foliage during the winter months, as well as the use of evergreens. And that really lines up to give you quite a spectacular display of plants. And then if you link that with the use of the recycled materials, it creates quite a wonderful feature, as you can see today.
The Winter Garden project is really important to us because it shows our waste strategy in action. It's a very visible and tangible example of sustainable development, particularly the recycling element of our strategy. Green waste recycling is very important. It saves a significant amount of landfill. It's obviously a material which the public wants us to recycle. They can come here and see it. Some 50,000 tonnes of recycled green waste are used at the moment in Hampshire, and that is a figure that's going to increase. And we want to promote more and more recycling. And they can also come here and see recycled plastic products, recycled road-based materials, and really see the Project Integra, the Integrated Waste Management Project, working at first hand.
To launch the project, TV gardener and former Hillier's curator Roy Lancaster planted a Chinese paperbark maple under the watchful eye of costume character General Waste, the mascot of Hampshire's War on Waste campaign, which aims at encouraging local people to reduce and recycle their household rubbish. With the battle line set for this £70,000 project, the transformation began in December 1996. As the garden took shape, Hampshire Waste Services, the waste disposal contractor for the county and a major sponsor of the project, delivered over a period of weeks 1,000 tonnes of recycled soil conditioner to help top up and mulch the borders, together with providing machinery and equipment. The recycled conditioner, called ProGrow, is made from green garden waste brought by members of the public to the county's 26 household waste recycling centres. Some garden waste collected by Test Valley Borough Council is also used in the manufacture of ProGrow. Processing is carried out by Hampshire Waste Composting Centre at Paulsgrove near Portsmouth. On arrival, and following a quality check to remove contaminants like plastic sacks, the waste is shredded and formed into windrows. 16 weeks later, after degradation has taken place, the composted material is graded and bagged up.
ProGrow has been one of our success stories of Project Integra. We've been producing it since May '97 now, and it's been widely taken up by gardeners, organic farmers, growers and landscapers who realise its benefit as a quality soil conditioner. Being able to get involved with the Winter Garden project has allowed us to demonstrate its potential on a far wider scale.
The Winter Garden represents a real investment in the future. The main sponsors are Hampshire County Council, who've invested £25,000, and Test Valley Borough Council, who came in with £5,000 and are both members of Project Integra, the waste minimisation initiative formed between the county and the 10 other district and 2 unitary councils in Hampshire, and the private contractor Hampshire Waste Services.
Every day people read in the papers about the Earth Summit in Rio, greenhouse gases, the Kyoto conference and things like that. But really it's probably out of touch for most people. But they can come here and see what Hampshire people have been doing, both the public in contributing to recycling and people like Hampshire Waste Services, the County Council, Test Valley and Hillier's Arboretum, and see them actually doing something which puts it all into action.
Today, not only is the Winter Garden a tribute to man's ingenuity and a model for the eco-future, but the trees, plants and shrubs transport the visitor to quite literally another horticultural world, an environment where frost and rationed sunshine make the inhabitants thrive. One of the most spectacular trees, rarely seen in this country, is the Tibetan cherry. Caught in the winter sun, the backlight dramatically illuminates the flaking bark.
The peeling back is only half the story. If I lift up this section to reveal the underbark, you can see that it's wonderfully silky and smooth. It's a real tactile plant, one that you have to get close to. This is what winter's all about. It's in the middle of February, it's cold, it's very frosty. We had a very bad frost this morning, and yet this wonderful winter flowering viburnum is cascading its scent all around this area very close to the main hard path. We want it to build up and hit people as they walk around the winter garden. The pathways throughout the winter garden, there's actually two types. There's the main grass pathways that run through, and they've been artificially reinforced using a recycled plastic honeycomb system, and that allows people to walk on a plastic frame instead of the actual turf, because obviously with it being a winter garden it's going to be open during the winter months, so the grass is going to get churned up quite easily. Then in other areas, to supply a more intimate relationship with the plants, you can actually walk across recycled tree prunings, if you like, which have been composted down and then laid down as a path in the form of bark. Obviously everything in the winter garden is not about attractive flowers and bark. You can be quite obscure in the winter. If you see here the wonderful stems of what's aptly called the devil's walking stick, it provides quite a dark, eerie shape within the border.
Hampshire can be justly proud of its winter garden, the first of its type in the country, a happy marriage of nature and man's need to sustain the environment. Visitors can't fail to be impressed and fascinated by its construction and beauty in equal measure, a true inspiration to lighten the darkest winter months.